last night, Donald Trump announced the Supreme Court nominee to replace Justice Anthony Kennedy.
Tonight, it is my honor and privilege to announce that I will nominate Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the United States Supreme Court.
That's right. Trump got Justice Gorsuch, and now he gets another one. Right now, Liberals are so desperate to hang on to Ruth Bader Ginsburg that if she dies, there's a strong chance the Democrats will try to pull a weekend at Bernie's. To be fair, they may have been doing that with her for many years. Now the Senate will determine if Kavanaugh is qualified to serve. And for the Supreme Court, you'd think a nominee would have to have some pretty steep qualifications.
There are actually almost no qualifications for a justice. The president can nominate pretty much anyone. They don't even have to hold a law degree or be born in the U.S.
It's good to know I'll have a job after this show's cancelled. No qualifications to be a justice. Trump could nominate anyone. He could just have Justice Blake Shelton, a mediocre, average-looking singer who, despite having gout, was named sexiest man alive and is dating Gwen Stefani. The living embodiment of the fact that there is no justice in the world could be a justice. These days, Supreme Court justices don't so much interpret the Constitution as they just kind of decide it says whatever they want it to say.
Another study out of the University of Chicago looked at the 20 most significant Supreme Court cases since 2000. They found that 98% of the time, justices voted along party lines.
Of course they do. They're old. None of them are changing their minds about anything. My grandfather has been going to the same Mexican restaurant every day for the last 20 years, and he orders spaghetti. and he doesn't even call it spaghetti. He calls it Dago strings. Justices are appointed for life, so by the time they die or retire, they're really fucking old. And it's not like they're going to get better with age. One study suggests that older people are bad decision makers because they are closer to death and have less to lose. Is that who we want setting legal precedent? A bunch of geezers who are so ready to die, they don't give a shit what happens to us. That's why so many old people are against abortion. They're sitting in their nursing home drinking their pureed meatloaf thinking, that's it, if I have to be alive, everyone has to stay alive. I want these fetuses to know the torture of old age. Then the nurse comes in and says, calm down, Justice Thomas, you know you shit yourself when you get worked up. And then he spits on his dick and yells, your move. Because he's not a good person. Putting younger people in charge is a good thing. In 1776, most of these guys were under 40. Alexander Hamilton was 19. That's why he was always rapping. He was in touch with the youth. In West Philadelphia, we signed the Declaration of Independence. Anyway. It's crazy to think how much power the next justice will have because one person's opinion, constitutional law can be set back decades and we'd have to wait for a different set of judges to set it right back again, you know? Basically, the laws of the country are determined by who dies next. So let's get rid of lifetime terms. In fact, let's get rid of the Supreme Court justices completely. Like, look, great, thank you for your service, but it's time for new blood. And since there's no restrictions on being a justice, every American gets to have a go. From now on, it's like jury duty. You get a letter in the mail, then boom, you're a Supreme Court justice. Now, and I know that no one likes jury duty, and that's because you don't get to wear cool dresses and bang a gavelly, hammery thing. Now, I'm not trying to be ageist. I don't want to get old, right? Nobody does. But eventually we all lose touch with the way the world is changing. It's happening to me right now. The other day, I heard a few of me riders debating if Smoke and Puff should comment on the growing feud between Juice WRLD and Tekashi 69. And I immediately wished America would start a new war so a whole lot of young people would die. And that's why I'm a Republican now.